Okay.
The only thing that's different from a normal scone dough recipe is you add 2 tablespoons of custard powder and an egg.
One whole egg.
One egg. And you make sure it's like fine breadcrumbs when you rub the butter into the flour. And then when you turn it out, you don't knead it too much. You just sort of pat it down and yeah. You can knead it a little bit, but the more you knead it, the more it gets tough. So the less you have, and I don't even bother to cut mine with a cutter or anything. I just chop it up.
Oh, you don't like say make like that and
No, I just chop it up. Oh. It works. You put a bit of milk on top to make them brown nice and.
Oh, yeah, in a tray like that.
Yeah,
in a tray and then you chop it up.
Do you use raising flour?
Self-raising flour.
Self-raising flour.
Yeah. Some people use baking powder and all sorts of stuff, but I just use self-raising flour. As long as you put the egg in and the 2 tablespoons of custard powder.
How much raising flour?
There's 2 cups of self-raising flour in there.
2 cups.
No water?
A bit of milk.
Oh,
A bit of milk. But that's a normal scone dough recipe.
And then butter.
do you put any butter or margarine?
Yeah.
Butter.
How much
Butter.
How much,
Always butter.
How
I
much
don't
butter?
use margarine.
how much butter? 2 cups of butter?
About quarter of a big block. You know, you have a big block. About quarter of a big block.
So for two cups of flour, self-raising flour.
Yeah.
And then any sugar? Little bit.
About a teaspoonful.
And
It
then
just gives you gritty stuff to make it so that you can rub it in faster.
and how much milk roughly?
About half a cup.
Half a cup. And then how much egg?
Just enough to make it all stick
Custard
together.
powder.
Yeah. 2 tablespoons of custard powder.
Custard powder is a yellow color, is it?
Yes. It gives it a bit more yellow colour, and it also makes it a little bit lighter because corn flour is lighter than self-raising flour. It gives more rise.
That's why if you don't have custard flour, can you put corn flour? You can put corn flour.
You can put corn flour, but the custard powder adds a bit of vanilla flavour too, which is fine.
a bit of nicer taste.
Yeah.
And then the color also.
Yeah.
Unless you make pumpkin.
I make pumpkin scones occasionally because kids like them.
Yeah.
So how do you mash a pumpkin? Do you mash it or?
Mash it, yeah. Just mash it with a masher.